Hi there, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to cover a new topic, how you can use Python and APIs to connect to data sources that Power BI doesn't have built-in connectors for. Since we have this YouTube channel now, I wanted to see what kind of data YouTube provides for analytics, and I was poking around the YouTube Analytics Studio. And I found it to be quite useful for getting raw data, but not necessarily for getting good insights. And it was very limited with customizations you can do as far as reports you can generate from within the web portal. So I like Power BI, and I decided to import the data into Power BI Desktop and work with it there. But as I was doing it, I found the process to be not very straightforward, so I figure other people might have similar issues, and I decided to put together this tutorial. So if you have a channel of your own, you can follow along and you'll be able to query your own data. But even if you don't, and you're curious how you can connect to other data sources with APIs using Python, then it's still quite useful because you can take a similar approach to it. So I'll start by sharing the report that I created. This report shows you a sample of some of the data you can pull in. So here, for example, I have for each video, we have number of views and subscribers gained and likes and shares and watch time and things like that. And we have it by day. So how do we get this data? Let's walk you through the process now. So the first prerequisite to all this is to have a Google Cloud account registered with the same email ID as your YouTube account. So I already registered, so I can't repeat that, but it's pretty simple, and it's also free to create an account. But once you have the account, you'd start within the console, and within the console you can start a new project. I already made one called YouTube Power BI. I'll just click on that, and the first step after that is to make sure we can pull the data in the first place. So we have to enable that. So we go to the APIs and Services section and click on Enable APIs and Services. And this shows what I already have access to. You'll probably have to enable it first, though. But I do have YouTube Analytics and YouTube Data. So if you don't, you just go to the API library, type in YouTube. There's a few options there actually, but we just need these two. So YouTube Reporting API, for example, they have some pre-built canned reports that you can automate downloading them into CSV files, but that's not what we're trying to do. I want to build a targeted query into Power BI so that I can build my data model. So you'd enable these two, and you just do that by clicking one of these and click enable, and that's it. It's done. So that part allowed the data to be queried, but we also have to handle credentials because it's still not like public data. Only authorized people can access it. So I go to the same section, APIs and Services, and click on credentials. And once we're there, we click on Create Credentials, and we're going to use the OAuth authentication method, which allows us to use our Google account to access different services. So we click Create OAuth Client ID. I already did that some time ago. And the last step to all this is once you have that, you have to generate a JSON token file, which that's what will allow you to connect in the first place, because it'll make sure that you have proper access. So you click on Add Secret, and once you do that, there will be a button to download a JSON file. So I already have one. I don't need it. I'll disable for now. But when you do download the JSON token file, make sure it's stored in a secure location and properly named, because you're going to reference it in a Python query. So we took care of the access part. The next step is to pull in the data. So that's where we're going to need Python. So the other prerequisite to all this is to install Python. And after you install Python, you're going to need a couple of libraries installed. So you can just open command prompt like this and just type in pip install and then list out these four libraries that I have here. So three of them come from Google, and all three of them have to do with credentials and authentication. And the fourth is Pandas, which is a popular tool. We're going to use it just for data wrangling to create a data set for Power BI to import. So then there's the code, which I prepared. I'll open it in Notepad. It's easier to read, but I'll just quickly go through each section. First, we have those libraries that I just talked about. Then here we have the two YouTube APIs that we enabled. And this part's very important. If you were to copy and paste the code, like you have to make sure to swap out this part for your JSON token file. Right now I have mine. And then there's one more line of code here, which is optional, but it's you do need it if you're going to like refresh every minute or so, like because it caches the authentication, so you don't have to click yes every single time, but it's not necessary. So the next section, it's a piece of code from Python that handles the credentials, authenticates us, and then we proceed to the actual query from YouTube Analytics. So this query, there's a few parts to it, but this is where we enter our parameters like a SQL query. So we have the ID, which is the channel you're connecting to. Since it's my channel, this is how you type it in. Literally just say mine. Then start and end dates for activity are required. And you have to select the metrics and dimensions that you want. So I would like to see views and likes by video. And these next two sections are optional. I'm just sorting by views, and I'm limiting to 50 rows just for demonstration purposes. And the final section is from Pandas, which it brings in the nice table for us to import into Power BI. But these parameters and metrics and dimensions, you can see what you can pull in from the Google developer site, and I'm going to link that as well. So, for example, you can see here the required parameters, and then what's optional you can add on top of that. So, like for example, filters. You can filter by date or for a specific video. Then there's a section that lists out all the possible metrics you can pull in, and then there's a section for the dimensions. So I used video, but we can also do it by day, by month, and other fields. So yeah, we built our query. I'm just going to take this code now, and I'll just create a new connection from scratch. So let's get data, and we type in Python. And I'm going to run the script. So on my other screen, I just got a pop-up from Google to allow the connection. And it's going to happen twice for the two APIs. So you just have to click continue on both of them. So I just did the first, now I'm doing the second. So I did that, and then there's DF, that's the data set I built, and I'm just going to click load. And it's going to pop up twice again, so you just click continue twice again to allow the access. So I'm doing that now. And I just finished it. And now I have my data. There's the video field, which is video ID, not the description. The description would have to come from the other API that I mentioned. And yeah, we have the fields that I put into our query. So that's how it works. So now if I want to refresh it, I can just literally click refresh data, and I don't have to import CSV files from YouTube Analytics Studio and so on. So I hope you found this helpful. If anything isn't clear, feel free to reach out and leave a comment, and I'll be happy to respond. And yeah, please continue to follow along, and thank you for your time, and I'll see you next time. Bye.